Yo, what's going on, guys? So, finally bringing you guys some Daniel. People ask a lot my builds and all. I think this is the best build for Daniel, like hands down. And I'll definitely make the commentary and I'll explain why. So I'm using my preset here for the infected. You see there the perks I'm using, which is 2 infection, the highest infections, and the virus for taking less damage when controlling the zombies. And there's the deck, which is the syringes. I don't really use those. And the zombies, I use those because on the special cards he already has the armor and he already has the group here, so the cashier, so you don't need more of those in the deck, because you're already gonna get them from the special card. So that's why I don't have them. I have just different types of creatures, especially the cheap ones, because they're the ones that are gonna give them the last time when they get killed off. And so yeah, I have a what 3 presets that I use mainly. The first one is the liquor preset. The second one is the jester preset, and the third one is the I use it for the infection type of preset, which I put the infection zombies on the doors. So every time they go to a door, they have to deal with some sort of infection going. And as Daniel, since you don't take no knockback, and you also you have the virus there to take less damage, the zombie gets quite strong, even if it's just a regular zombie, like the skinny zombie there. So we're playing park here, as you can tell. So you see there in my preset, I have a few zombies on the doors. Not all of them, so I'm gonna spawn, the zombies on the doors that I don't have them. The infection here, it's very important. You can use this build as well with more virus, so you can take less damage, or you can increase the health of the zombie. But the thing is, why this makes it better is because you see right here, you're doing this trick here on the door. The trick here, you see, I'm also using the vampirism, which you get health for hitting the survivors. That's good because you want to keep hitting them, so you can not only not die, but you also spread the infection as you're hitting them. So it's kind of work both ways. You can use the grab damage, but then it's only your grab that you're getting. It might not be, you're not going to infect them as much as if you're just hitting them constantly like that. But you can still bite them, of course, because you don't have no knockback. So if you notice you're gonna die, you can just bite them right away before you go down to eat that time away, and also spread the infection even more. So you see, like Tyrone and Sam there are very infected already. The others they're separating, so it's not much I can do there. I need to focus on one side. You see the Jester, I placed the Jester there in a strategic position, so he wouldn't be the focus of attention, but he's still screaming and stunning them. You see right there, he got bitten. I think this was before this match was before the buff, where zombies do not get stunned by your own zombies if you're controlling them. But yeah, you can see it's still even better now after that buff. So this is why the infection is important, because the good survivors are just gonna ignore you, or they're gonna throw a flashbang or something. So if you have them infected, you're still taking their time away. You're also slowing them down from running away from you because they're gonna be coughing. It really just stops them from doing that kind of stun and run strategy that the good survivors do. You see where them spawning on top of them just so I can get the infection going even more. And you notice back there, I got as many hits on all of them as much as I can before actually doing the grab, because as soon as you get grabbed, they're gonna like throw you to the floor, so you can't really attack them anymore. They're free to go. So that's why I try to get as many hits as possible before the grab's like the final attack. It's not the first thing you go to with this build. Here, unfortunately, I had not. Oh no, yeah, you can see it's still before the nerf, where the doors were. This door doesn't exist anymore. Now it's that blue wall. This was before the nerf, but you get the idea. Like, you just want to go in there and get the infection going. So yeah, that's why you want to have infection, because just for time purposes, and also for slowing them down. Like sometimes they're trying to kill you, but because they're coughing, they kind of stop in front of you, or they can't hit you back. If you have regen, you're recovering health, so it's very good. You gotta have infection on Daniel. You gotta have infection. Now, one strategy I was doing before was like the bite, which because you can hit them once, and then they're gonna be stunned just from one hit alone, and then you can pretty much guarantee a grab because they're gonna be stunned in place after the first hit. So you can essentially hit him once and grab guarantee. But you cannot do that twice. You cannot hit him twice because as soon as you hit the second hit, they're already out of the stun, so they can move around as you're hitting them. So that's just a trick I use a lot, is the hit and grab. You see right here, this is another very strong part of this build, is because of the virus and the vampirism and everything. Your RE gets really fucking fast, like strong. I mean, because he has a lot of health. He's recovering health. If you have regen on him as well, I don't have regen here. You can have an idea, but with regen, this is even stronger. It's like he's pretty much unkillable almost. The only way you can kill him is maybe with regen, of course, is maybe if they use a flashbang and everyone is shooting him in the head at the same time, or you know, you have a Samuel like I had there, which does a lot of an insane amount of damage on melee. Or you have Jill with the rocket launcher. But if you have regen with this build, sometimes even the rocket launcher from Jill is not enough to kill Yorick. Just so you have an idea like how strong he gets with the virus, combining with the regen and the fact you're controlling them. With the vampirism, since you're constantly hitting them and recovering health. Because like the health you get from the hits, they pretty much stack on top of the vampirism passive ability, so it's really good. So sometimes you can literally win the game just with Yorick alone. It's quite funny, but yeah. You can also use syringes on him to make him infected, so he's gonna also spread the infection even more. Now here, I'm using Mr. X first, you saw, and I was just trying to. They were smart enough to go in the safe room there, so I couldn't do much. This is another thing that this Jan is being pretty smart. She's trying my camera, so I cannot go inside zombie. But yeah, really, guys, the key to this build is to the best bit of Daniel is really the infection, I would say. Because even if you take the virus off, Daniel is already quite strong, but the virus just made him, you know, that much tougher. Combining with the vampirism as well, it's really good. You can definitely maybe take one of the level 2 virus off, and only use the level 3. But I don't know. I feel you definitely feel a bit of a difference. But the reason why I use both is just so the weaker zombies will get much stronger. It's the reason why I use 2 and not 1 is really because for the fat one, if you have the level 3 virus, it's pretty much enough already because he has so much health. He's already gonna take a long time and a lot of effort to kill, especially if you have regen on him. But the weaker zombies, the skinny ones, they don't have that much health, so having a second virus there can make quite a difference. Can make it so essentially your skinny one becomes a fat one, you know what I mean? And he's cheaper, he gives less time, so it's definitely worth it. So yeah, you can see the time they're rushing, they're being smarter, like rushing as much as they can, but the time is always constantly on their ass. They're advancing, but they're advancing with 0. Now this is also a team that's not ideal for Daniel because Samuel, Tyrone, Becca to an extent, and but mostly Tyrone and Sam, as well as which is the other one, Martin, is that they're really like counter heavy to creatures, because Tyrone, even if you're controlling the creature, he can kick you and then you're forced to be on the ground and you have to wait to get up. You know, it makes it easy for them to ignore you, because he can kick you once and just go to the objective, and you can't follow him because you're too slow to get up and everything. So, but with Samuel, it's not so much with Daniel because he can't stun you since you're controlling the zombie if you have the passive for no knockback. But when the other, like a Net or something, like Spencer if you're using creatures, Alex, Samuel just destroys the creatures alone by himself because he keeps stunning them forever. You can't do anything. So and Martin, of course, because he can use the flashbang and everything. He can use the mines, so it also stuns you and you can't do anything. Becca has a really strong firearms, but she's, you know, if you have the virus and everything like that, she shouldn't be that much of a problem because you'll last longer. So you see, I'm trying to spread the infection, and I don't have much time because they're rushing like crazy because they don't have time to wait around, and they're also using flashbangs to stun my creatures. Right here, I didn't use the track key because it would take too long. He does that stupid animation when he just puts his hand on his forehead for like 10 seconds. Right here, I'm really trying to turn, but I don't know, he's so slow I can't turn enough to hit him. I just used the dash. It was a nice one. So yeah, I have to let go of him now because otherwise they're gonna go to the get to the objective. So, but yeah, I don't have much time. Again, this is because of the infection. I hope you can see how much the infection is carrying the game right now. Not only in time, but like slowing them down and allowing me to hit them easier. And yeah, this was I'm pretty sure no one can deny this was a very good team. You know what they're doing, and still not much you can do, I guess, to build. Because you have to deal with the zombies, and if you have to deal with the zombies, since they're posted at the objective, you're gonna get infected. And you get infected, everything just like snowballs into itself. So yeah, guys, that's the Daniel build and the match. And I'm sure you're gonna love this build. I haven't found anything better than this build yet for Daniel. And I haven't lost any match either so far with this build.